Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2, the Sith Lords. Yes, it's actually another title to it. Alright, I'm gonna try talking to her again,
Yes,
see what happens.
there's no
Um,
duels among the... Your modesty...
I'm trying to go through here.
She said you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when...
I think we went through this.
That is not... Atris says... Atris... So it was a matter of choice then.
What else did she accuse me of?
I believe that is the extent of her...
Yeah, we've been through
Yes.
this.
Without having... Battle is a... Then her expressed feel... You may ask.
Oh, why are you called the Handmaidens?
We attend Atris. It is the duty of all of us, from the first of my sisters to me, the last of the handmaidens.
Are you the last of them?
I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
It goes impressive as your devotion to your training. Yeah.
That is not entirely correct. There are times I am distracted. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
What do you mean?
There is much knowledge on Telos, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
Battle's not the true strength of the Jedi teachings.
I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
Devotion to their cause.
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponents speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice.
Swords through my head. I'm gonna go for your goals.
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's...
Oh yeah, we've been through this. I remember this.
She spoke through... I believe...
There's a way we're supposed to find out what her name is, but I can't remember. I suck.
Poetry is... What's... I would have... You may have...
I'm gonna go through all these little names. Oh, I do have a name. Here we go.
Before entering Atris's service, yes, I carried a name, as all the children of the Ichani do.
What was it?
It is not important. My title and rank is of consequence, not my name. I take value in Atris's service, not in myself.
Israel saves you no value to anyone, but Atris will give value to me.
We all have value in our oaths to others, and the promises we make. When we make that pledge, we are pledging... When importance is placed on the self, then by such acts the galaxy is unmade.
There's some truth in what you say. Is that your judgment of me?
If reasons of the self is why you turned away, then yes, perhaps there was a judgment there. But it was not intended as an attack.
Do you think I lost myself when I disobeyed the Jedi?
I do not know. That is a question you must ask yourself.
Right now, the only question I'm asking myself is why I'm letting you stay.
I meant no offense, but the question remains. If the question angers you, oftentimes there is a reason for such anger. You may...
Let me see if I see
It
this.
is not possible to dock at the account.
Yeah, we had this.
Yes? You may ask. There is nothing... You may ask.
Ah!
I am training, so that if danger should strike, that...
What do you mean, Paz?
No. That too.
Look, I think anyone here trusts each other.
That is untrue. You and the Iridonian trust each other. Or at least, Atris believed.
Who, Baldur?
The reasons for such siphoning of power are complicated, and I do not know all the answers. The teachings...
Atris thought Baldur was the key to saving Telos?
Yes. His skill with machines is something beyond which most can aspire to. His shield technology surpasses the designs of even the most skilled of Echani power architects. I do not realize if you know what it means to have such a one respect and follow you. The Iridonian allied himself with no one on the entire world of Telos, yet he will follow you at the risk of his life. His stance, in many ways, mirrors yours. Where he walks, he carries a world upon his shoulders, and like you, I do not know if he has ever faced it.
I'm not asking him about it either.
I will respect your...
Don't apologize, it's a long time ago.
It does not sound like it is in the past, but I shall respect your wishes.
Okay, well, let's
You may
leave.
ask.
And I got dark side points for something. Probably being a jerk to her. Oh well. I'm gonna talk to Kreia, which she's over here. I'm getting turned around here. Okay, no, that's business. Kreia's this way. The heck? What am I doing? Being dumb, that's what. Oh wow. I think I know a way around the ship by now.
You have befriended the seer.
Seer, you mean the blind Sith?
Her species does not see as we do. They perceive the galaxy through the Force, and it is how she found you. It is a rare gift squandered on her people. The Sith carry the battle to you, and you spare them. And as we travel, the empty places of this ship are filled. I hope your thoughts in this matter are clear. In saving her, you may destroy yourself. And do not mate with her. Whatever you may feel, whatever urges consume you, do not let them control you. Such a union would breed difficulties.
Whoa. Straight to the point as always. Just because I saved her doesn't mean it's going to charge up her loading ramp. Oh.
Oh, I think it is. Our lives are twined. I cannot have it twined with another. Like the servant of Atris, this one has other masters. Though blind, she has ties to darkness. Her presence here is a threat to us, to you. Do not underestimate her, or her loyalty.
Test her master perhaps, and intend to follow that bonded source when the opportunity presents itself.
Then you are learning.
Aiden says her plan was wiped out, and that it was the only colony of her people in this sector of the galaxy.
Did he? And what do you make of that?
Well, if her people all see through the forest, then maybe someone wanted to blind them.
The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied.
Someone wants the sector of the galaxy blind to the force so they can move freely or strike without warning.
I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger. And there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied.
Dun dun dun.
But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more.
Other questions?
Ask.
The Joshua Emerald crystal.
That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength. And through it, your power is enhanced. Most interesting. Your crystal does not perfectly reflect your current self. Remove it from your lightsaber, then ask me about it again. Is there something else you wished?
She did something to my eyesight.
She did nothing to your eyes that was not already there. She has forced this upon you, but such crude methods are the markings of the Sith. Close your eyes.
Alright.
Feel this ship around you. Listen to my words. Hear the sound of the handmaidens training in the cargo hold, her hands cutting the air. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work.
Has a stuck motivator.
Now, stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive.
Hey, I can hear a catch in it. It's not fully fixed.
Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper, past her breathing, and listen.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and...
I hear her thoughts.
You are strong indeed. What you heard were surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned.
How did I do that?
That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not. Because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
1+1 awareness comes from a connection to the Force. Maximum Force points increased and Kreia influence increased.
You are spending time with the servant of Atris.
Yeah, so what? I'm surprised you know so much. You never leave this room.
I knew her mother. She was a Jedi Knight, a master, named Aaron Kai. Jedi are forbidden to have children, and when the crime finally came to light almost a decade later, Kai was exiled. She joined the Mandalorian Wars after the shame of her birth was revealed.
How do you know that? The handmaid told me not to speak of it.
Revan welcomed her, and she was said to be a skilled warrior, beautiful and strong in the Force. The Force flows strongly in the blood of those born from Force sensitives. I doubt that Aaron was any different. If the servant of Atris is of her blood, then the potential lies within her. If you train her, if you teach her the ways of the Jedi, you will be asking her to break her oath to Atris. It would be best not to train her, and let the bloodline die with Telos.
But shouldn't she know her heritage? You said teach the ways of the Jedi. Curious choice of words.
Ah, that was an interesting choice of words indeed. She has sworn not to follow the path of the Jedi by her oath, but even that oath is limited. One does not need to be Jedi to learn the ways of the Force. I suspect it cares little for our codes and philosophies.
There's only Jedi and Sith, so what are you proposing seems a greater evil?
Once there were only Jedi. I wonder what evil was in such days. And to think once there were no Jedi at all. Perhaps the Force defies such rigid classification of its followers. But we were speaking of the servant of Atris. I would caution you to be careful of your interaction with her. She is not as tempered as you.
Shouldn't she know her heritage?
Should she? By whose judgment should such truths be revealed? I do not have such arrogant presumptions. The Jedi separate children from their parents as they did you. It is because family exerts a powerful influence on one's development. I am merely saying that revealing such things can have profound consequences, nothing more.
How could I train her?
You must train yourself first. The time will reveal itself. Yet if you persist as you have, building her trust, then you will be training her, whether you know it or not, until the choice is hers, not yours.
All right.
Before you go, a word of caution. Spend time with her if you must, but recognize where your true loyalties lie, to the galaxy and yourself. Ah, so then perhaps I was mistaken in my judgment. Never have you wondered what it would mean in the Ichani rituals if the two of you sparred and fought, and you won, completely and utterly. If perhaps she would give in, surrender herself to you. Few are the thoughts that can hide in the shadows of your mind, exile. And such passions are not strength, but erosion.
I never felt anything like that.
No? Then perhaps I was simply mistaken. Very well. I shall keep such judgments to myself.
Influence lost. No. Yay. So I'm thinking we can train her now. We have to talk with Kreia first.
Yes?
Teach me more about the Force.
Very well.
Before you taught me to listen, I wish to continue that.
Very well. You have brushed the surface thoughts of another. It is a start. Calm yourself. This time, silence your own thoughts. Keep them still. Imagine the waters of the Room of 1,000 Fountains, each stream suddenly falling silent and still. Imagine the ice of Telos, cold and smooth as it gathers upon the plateau. Now, stretch out. Feel the ship around you. Strip away the metal, and see the souls and minds of those that fill its corridors, with more thoughts and dreams and worries than can fill the space of this ship.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar,
If I up the Dubana gas levels in the carbine, that would be enough to punch a hole even in triple Durasteel. And we'll need weapons like that if the Republic discovers the camp on Duxon.
From the first movement flows the second. Strike. Repeat. Circle one's opponent. Repeat. Faster. Quicker. If Father had been faster. If only Father had been faster. If I was faster, I would no longer be the last of my sisters. But does Atris love him? Jedi do not love. Does Atris hate him? Jedi do not hate. This journey is harder than any she has sent me on.
This place is so quiet. Nothing like Nar Shaddaa. I don't even know why I'm here. Wonder how much the bounty on the Jedi is now. Don't understand how that Jedi keeps in shape like he does. He's barely changed from the holorecords. He just seems to be naturally young.
Switch the face of the +1 -1 card. The totals are 9, 10. Switch the face of the +2 -2 card. The total is 8, 11. Switch.
Your command echoes still, General, and I obey, as I did at Malachor.
as my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar,
Switch the face of the +1
I shall
-1
not
card.
fear,
The totals are 9, 10.
for in fear
Switch the face of the +2
Your command
-2
echoes
card.
still,
The
General,
total is 8,
and I
11.
obey,
Switch.
as I did at Malachor.
What is it?
Not now. Focus on my voice.
Malachor.
Now do you hear me? Truly hear me.
I hear you. This is incredible.
You have taken the first steps on a much longer road, exile.
What about the droids?
The droids cannot be read in such a way. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is better to read their impulses and images than their spoken thoughts. As for the alien who served with you in the war, its thoughts are more difficult, requiring many translations in meaning. Often it is... That is why he is deaf to you. I have found his impulses are cold, like a dead weight. His thoughts are black.
I did hear something about her.
Indeed. It is strange that I did not.
It's because I know him better. I served with him.
Perhaps. I would not put much weight on such things.
Something wrong with Atton's thoughts.
Of course there was. It is because Atton was not playing Pazaak, yet he counts cards in his head. At times, he will list off engine sequencers, memorize the hyperspace routes on the other side of the galaxy, count the ticking in the power couplings, even though they are fixed. At other times, he will imagine certain base lusts, certain indignities. It may be Atton is far cleverer than he feigns to be. Or perhaps he is simply a fool.
Seems he has Pazaak games coming. Maximum force power and influence gained. Woohoo! Anyways, that is going to be it for this episode, guys. Next episode, we'll probably continue talking to our companions. Guys, be safe, Raste. See ya.